Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul and BINTI MUHAMAD FAIZAN. I am from KIM1104E.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Balqis binti Razak and I am from KIM1104E.
My name is WAFA Balqis binti HAZIYARULHISHAM and I am from KIM1104E.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We start with introduction. Nurul is a new student at University Technology Mara UiTM. She wants to buy a new computer for her studies for use in assignment by using utility software such as Microsoft Word, Excel, and Access. Besides that, she also needed to use programming software, VBNet, and C++, authoring software such as Adobe Dreamweaver, Adobe Premiere Pro, and Adobe Director. And she wants the computer also be able to support large graphic for gaming and a good sound system for watching movie, either in CD or DVDs. She also requires a good storage capacity to store her file. So we have a suggestion for Nurul to buy the new computer from any aspect such as space, speed, capacity that she needed. Therefore, it will be suitable for her as she requested more space and capacity. Meanwhile, it will be used for her as student. Lastly, we hope it will be help to Nurul think and easier having a new computer to complete her assignment, playing the games and watching the movies.
Now, we take a look for computer specifications. Okay, now we want to take a look for first computer specification. Okay, for motherboard, we are suggest to Nurul to choose Intel B365 Ultra Durable motherboard with Gigabyte 8118 gaming. Now we want to look for a specification of this motherboard. Okay, this motherboard support i9, i7, i5 and i3 processors Intel Core and also 9 and 8 generation Intel Core. This motherboard have a dual channel memory architecture and support DDR4 memory modules. This is also supporting up to 64 GB of system memory. The motherboard have a real-time ALC887 codec audio and also high-definition audio. The motherboard suitable for Windows 10 with 64-bit. Okay, now we want to continue with computer's hardware. Okay, the first computer hardware is about processor. Processor, also known as a central processing unit or CPU, is a circuit board within a computer that executes instructions on behalf of program. Processors are the most important chip in a computer. It is difficult to access a new piece of technology without taking into account its processor. Processors also found on a computer's motherboard. They connect to a CPU socket, also known as a CPU slot. For processor, we are suggesting Nurul to choose Intel Core i7 930 processor with 2.8 GHz. The processor base frequency is 2.8 GHz and the maximum treble frequency is 3.06 GHz. For bus speed, they are 4.8 GT per second. Now for thermal design power is 130 watt and the maximum memory size is around 24 GB. And the last one is VID voltage range. Is the voltage is around 0.8 volts until 1.375 volts. Okay, for second computer hardware is memory system. Now we suggest to Nawal to use Spectra Viper RGB DDR4 3600 with a high-speed RGB 60GB key. Okay, now we want to look at the specification of this memory system. Okay, they have a 60GB computer memory size, and for memory speed is around 3600 MHz. The voltage that has been used from this memory system is 3.35 volts, and the compatibility of this memory system is tested across latest Intel Premium and processor. And the last one is feather overclock. The feather overclock is XMP 2.0 support for automatic overclocking. Okay, next is graphic card. Graphic card is a sort of display adapter or video card that is used to display graphical data with high clarity, color definition, and overall appearance in most computing devices. A graphic card processes and executes graphical data utilizing advanced graphical technique, feature, and function to produce high-quality visual display. For graphic card, we are suggesting Nawal to buy or use Gigabyte GVS710D5 graphic card. This graphic card have 954 MHz for core clock, 28nm process technology, and 5010 MHz for memory clock. In addition, the memory size is around 1 GB, and for memory type, they use DDR5. The recommended power supply is 300 watt, and they have two multi-view. Okay, next is optical drive. Optical drive is allow users to use DVD, CD, and Blu-ray optical drive. The drive have several lenses that transmit electromagnetic wave onto optical disc, and allowing it to read and write data. For optical drive, we are suggesting Nawal to use Pioneer Electronics BDR XD07B. This optical drive is suitable for Windows 7, 8, and also 10. They have Intel Core 2 Dual E6750 and AMD Phenom 9450. The memory of this optical drive is 2 GB RAM required for Blu-ray playback and 3 GB RAM or greater recommended for editing HD video. And last one is hard disk space. The hard disk space is 5 GB RAM, available space minimum. Now we want to take a look for hard disk. Hard disk also known as a hard disk drive or hard drive. Hard disk is a computer's magnetic storage medium. Some personal computer hard disk can hold a trillion of bytes for data, and the data is stored in a circular tracks on their surface. Okay, for hard disk, we are suggesting Nawal to buy Seagate's Barracuda 1TB desktop hard disk drive. Okay, now we want to look for their specification. Okay, this hard disk have 1 TB capacity, 7200 RPM for rotational speed, and the connectivity type is SATA 600. The transfer rate is 210 MB per second, and this hard disk use the internal power. And the last computer hardware is card reader. Card reader is a portable device that allow you to read and write data and from a memory card such as a multimedia card. Some card readers have only one card slot, while others have a many card slot to accommodate various card and media. A card reader is a device that accesses and sends the contents of a memory card in a certain format to another device. The variety of drivers and software solutions required to convert from one format to another is one of the most challenging parts of building card readers. We are suggest to Nawal to buy a multi-card reader USB 3.0 RDF5. USB type for this card reader is USB type A, and for card reader slot, they are used micro SD slot. The operating temperature started from 0 degrees Celsius until 70 degrees Celsius. The operating voltage is 5 volts, and this multi-card reader is suitable for Windows 7, 8 and 10, Mac OS and Linux kernel 2.6.30. This multi-card reader support for micro SDHC, and the performance for this card reader due to whose hardware, software usage and storage capacity.
Let's move on software. We start with Windows 10. On July 29, 2015, Microsoft announced Windows 10 has a substantial update to their Windows operating system, which is it is compatible with Windows 8. And while Windows 10 has a lot of new features, rather than Windows 8, which is restores the start menu, which is in Windows 8 we are remove that. The redesign and improve start menu feature styles from the Windows 8 interface, as well as quick access to setting, files and program. Multi-factor authentication solutions such as smart cards and token are now supported by Microsoft Windows 10. So actually Windows 10 is a new features for all user right now. So Nawal is a very it's very a good choice to use Windows 8, because as a lot of new features and upgraded by Windows 10. Next, we move on with specification on Windows 10. First of all, you can see processor, RAM, hard drive space, graphic card, display, feature specific requirement for Windows 10. So actually that specification that no one wants is Microsoft Office, which is have a Microsoft account, and those are all the features that already have in Windows 10. Next, we proceed with Microsoft 365, which is have a Words, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Notebook, Drive, and so on. So basically, now else want Microsoft Words, Excel, and Access for doing her assignment. By have a Microsoft 365, so it's more easier for Nawal to do it assignment with smoothly. Okay, as you can see now, this is a specification for Microsoft 365. That's have operating system from Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7, and Mac OS. Okay, have a browser Safari, Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. Okay, the memory so 1 GB, 2 GB for 64-bit and 32-bit For Mac OS for GB RAM, disk space 3 GB, and monitor resolution is 1024 multiply 768. After that, now I also want to operating other software, which is Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, this is actually Adobe Premiere Pro is editing for video, for editor video more high scale level for their high quality visual for editing video. So now I can use Adobe Premiere Pro. So this is a specification from a processor, operating system, RAM, graphic processing unit, sound card, network, storage connection system requirements also have in this slide. Next, we proceed with Adobe Dreamweaver. Okay, actually, Adobe Dreamweaver is an incredible flexible website builder. So if no one want to build up a website by own self, such as marketing, maybe, or want to for website for games or blogs, etc. So she can use Adobe Dreamweaver. Lastly, we proceed with Adobe Director. Okay, actually Adobe Director is used to create application 2D and 3D video games. Like Nawal love to playing games, so she can create by own games. Okay, safe running kiosks and CD DVDs launchers. Because as Nawal said, she wants CDs or DVDs for good sounds, good and have a large capacity, and wants to storage all their files. Okay, so Director is really helps Nawal for that. Okay, the other Director also supports many different images, audio, and video formats. So basically, all those form software that Nawal wants or she needed, that already have own on their characteristic for each software.
First is keyboard. The keyboard design is inspired by typewriter keyboards, and the number and letter are positioned on the keyboard in that way to improve the user typing speed. Although the keyboard design is developed from typewriter, it now includes a variety of extra keys, such as Option, Control, and Windows, which can be used as shortcut to accomplish certain operations when combined with other keys. So for Nawa, we suggest her to use Logitech wireless touch keyboard K400 Plus. So the connectivity of this keyboard is Logitech Unifying Protocol 2.4 JHZ. Also, the wireless range is like 10 meters. So when Nawal want to use the keyboard, she need to be at least 10 meters from her PC. The battery life of this keyboard is up to 18 months, and also the key life more to 5 million keystroke. For this keyboard, the system that required to use this one is Windows 7 or later, Android 5.0 or later, Chrome OS, and USB port. The special key of this keyboard is mute, volume down and up, also the power button, which is on and off switch, and the typing noise of this keyboard within 55 dBA for all keys. Next is pointing devices. Okay, pointing devices is a computer mouse that is a handheld input devices that we can move it and select the text, icon, file and folder in our PC by controlling a pointer in a graphical user interface. So for Nawal, we suggest her to use Logitech M275 wireless mouse. So why we choose this? Because it is a wireless mouse, so that Nawal can use it more comfortable. Also, the weight is very light, which is only 100 gram, and then the average battery life also is so long, which is 80 months. So the system requirement for this mouse is Nawal need to have a Windows, include Windows 7, 8, 10, Vista, XP, Mac OS, Chrome OS, Linux Kernel 2.6. Also the batteries that Nawal need to active this mouse is 1 AA batteries. Third is webcam. So webcam are built into laptop, but they are also an independent machine that connect to a desktop computer monitor. Usually, a webcam is used for video calling and selfies, while most versions come with a microphone. So we think many users prefer to utilize headphones for a better sound clarify. On the other hand, webcams are operated by computer software. So some webcams include a physical cover that may be slit to cover the lens to reduce privacy issue. So other people can take any selfie or video or picture without the owner permission. So as for Nawal, we suggest her to buy Logitech C170 HD webcam, which is one of the latest webcam that we can find. So the video features of this webcam is XVGA video recording, and the brand also same as the earlier input devices, which is Logitech. So to connect this webcam, Nawal need to have USB, which is the link is for about 1.21 meter, and the frame rate of this webcam is 30 fps, which is large. And then also the sensor type of this webcam is VGA sensor. The memory that this webcam take is not too big, which is 512 MB RAM, and then the processor that this webcam use is 1 GHz. So for the operating system, this webcam can be operate system with Windows XP, Vista and 7, and then there are some other system requirement that this webcam can be used, which is internet connection, USB 1.1 port, dual core CPU with 1 GB RAM, broadband internet with 259 kbps upload. Lastly is flash drive. So flash drive, unlike standard optical drive or hard drive, they are ultra portable storage devices with no moving part. So a connected USB Type A or USB-C connection connect flash drive to a computer and other devices, making it a USB device and a cable in one. So pen drive, thumb drive, and jump drive are all terms used to describe flash drive. The most common function of a USB flash drive is to store and transmit file between computers. For example, like you are creating one file using your friend computer. So what you need to do is transfer the file into a USB flash drive, then connect it to your own computer to continue working. So USB flash drive are also convenient and cost-effective option to back up crucial file. So for Nawal, we suggest her to buy Kingston 32GB Data Traveler 100G3 USB 3.0. The brand of this flash drive is Kingston, and then the storage capacity is also big, which is 32GB as we mentioned. Also the interface is USB 3.1 and the connector is USB Type A. So the operating temperature is also just like 1 until 60 Celsius, and storage temperature is -20 to 85 Celsius. So for the operating system that flash drive connective is Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, also Chrome OS.
Let's continue with the output devices. So first is monitor. Monitor is a type of electrical visual computer display that consists of a screen, a circuit, and a housing that houses equipment. So we suggest a Acer 20 inches for Nawal because of several factors, which are aspect ratio, dot pitch, display resolution, and size of monitor. What interesting about this monitor is its stunning performance, comfortable views, smart design, and environment friendly. And also, now I can find this monitor which is priced at 389 ringgit. Second output devices is printer. Printer is a device that prints documents on paper. It can be in the form of text documents, graphics, or a combination of the two. So, for the printer, we suggest HP printer for Nawal to use especially to do her assignment. Besides, the input capacity of this printer is up to 60 sheets and output capacity is up to 25 sheets. This printer also can support a few media size which is A4, B5, A6 and DL envelope. Next, what benefit is given to Nawal is this printer has media types of plain, paper, photo paper and brochure paper. And Nawal can get this printer with a price at 339 ringgit. Next is headphone, which is small speakers that may be worn in or around your ears. Traditional headphones consist of two ear cups connected by a band that is worn over the head. Earbuds or earphones are smaller headphones that are inserted into the outer area of your ear canal. Digital audio is processed via headphones that connect to a digital port such as a USB or Lightning port. So we suggest HP H360 headphone for Nawal because we think types of this model is suitable for her gaming. And of course, this connection type is wired, mobile audio, compatibility, and it also has microphone. And the price of this headphone is 67 ringgit. The last one is speaker. Some speakers are designed primarily for use with computers, while others may be connected to any sound system. The goal of speakers regardless of their construction, which is to provide audio output that can be heard by the listener. So for the speaker, we suggest brand Logitech, which is 98 ringgit, and the direct current input power is USB bus power, and also available USB-A port on a computer.
So here is some pricing consideration for Nawal. So the total of all pricing is 5,410 ringgit.
conclusion, Nawal must do a research first before buying a new computer in order to get a computer with the best specification. This is because to avoid some problems that can affect her learning and education. Second is, suggested a good of computer specification which can give advantages and easier for Nawal to make a decision, such as types of motherboard, computer case, hardware, software, input devices, and output devices. All the specification that mentioned above is the latest and suitable for students, especially satisfies all of Nawal's needs. And lastly, we hope Nawal can use a laptop that meets her needs as a student to do her assignment and also for gaming. That's all from us. Thank you.